Hi everybody, it's Professor Christina here, and today we're going to create a customer journey map. Now, customer journey maps are diagrams that show us the steps that a customer went through in order to engage with our brand. And they can have a dozen steps, they can have 5 steps, they can start with the moment somebody becomes aware of your brand, they can end after they've become a loyal customer and continue through their post-purchase behavior and engagement with your brand. It's really up to you. Customer journey maps are a great way of making your data come to life. When you look at marketing analytics, it's often tables and charts. With customer journey mapping, you can take all of that data from tables, charts, from your Google Analytics, from your social media, and you can turn it into a visualization that actually takes you on a journey accompanying your customers as they become aware of your brand, learn about it, come to your website, engage with your website, make a purchase, and then post-purchase become delighted by your brand. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be using the tool Miro. Now what I like about Miro is that it's both free and intuitive. I also like the fact that you can share your boards with other folks. Now it's limited in its free use, but it's good enough for what we have. So we're going to get started with this. There's a ton of other tools, but right now we're going to start demoing with that. So we're going to take a customer journey that I have recently been on. This is one of those online eyeglass spaces, and I came to the website after seeing a Facebook ad. I click on the Facebook ad, and the first thing that happens is I get a pop-up. You can see behind the pop-up are the glasses that were featured in the ad, but first I have to give them my email address to get the coupons that they're offering me. Let's say I decide that I'm going to avail myself of those coupons. I'm just going to enter my email address, and then from there, we're going to get those coupons. So here are those glasses. Now, while I'm on the website, I start to browse around. Do I really want the tortoiseshell ones? Do I want the green ones instead? Might I want these red ones? No, they're a little bold. I like to read on the beach. Maybe I want these reading glasses as the kind that turn darker when you're outside and turn into sunglass reading glasses. Now, I don't know how this particular vendor got my information. What data did they have that made them think I might be interested in these particular glasses? Well, I can imagine as a marketer a couple of the data points that may have led them to target me with that Facebook ad that brought me to their website. One thing is I have a lot of Pinterest boards featuring vintage clothing, and you can see here these glasses are very vintage style. Now, I have only purchased reading glasses online once or twice, but typically speaking, women in their 40s do tend to wear reading glasses, and this particular style certainly resonates with the kind of Pinterest boards that I've been putting together, the kind of websites that I've been browsing. All of that data together probably caused this vendor to target me with the Facebook ad. Notice that it's a combination of demographics. I'm of the age where people tend to wear reading glasses, but also psychographics. I'm interested in vintage style as reflected by my online browsing behavior, as well as social media posts, in this case, Pinterest boards that I've put together. That combination of demographic data that predicted my need for reading glasses and psychographic data that predicted the specific style of glasses that I would be interested in led this brand to target me with this style of eyeglass frames. I came to the website, I provided my email address, I got the coupon, and now I'm browsing around the site. All of this is part of the customer journey. The acquisition channel, in this case a Facebook ad, the acquisition mechanism, in this case, the specific ad with this particular pair of glasses, the offer, in this case, the $5 and $10 coupons, the action I take in response to the ad and the offer, in this case, a click-through on the ad and providing my email address to the offer. All of these are part of the customer journey. But what else is part of the customer journey? My browsing behavior on the website. Now, this is what's reflected in Google Analytics or whatever other analytics platform this company is using. So, for instance, let's say I decide I want to look at their flash sale. What has this brand got on sale? Well, let's take a look. None of these are really resonating with me, but look at these prices. Now, by clicking on their sale first, after coming to the website and responding to their offer, I am sending a clear signal to the website owner. That signal is that I am bargain conscious, or at least cost conscious. Those are two different things, and they don't know which it is. Am I someone who loves a bargain, or am I somebody with a limited budget? In other words, is it necessity that's making me cost conscious, or is it an interest in bargains that makes me click on the flash sale? They may not know that. They don't have the data on my motivation, but they do have from their Google Analytics the data on my behavior. I'm clicking on the things that are on sale, but I also maybe click on sunglasses. Now, was that because it's showing that it's 20% off, or am I clicking on it because I want a pair of sunglasses? Again, your web analytics is not going to tell you the motivations for people's behaviors, but it is going to tell you their behaviors. So you're going to have to figure out from there what the motivations might be, and that's why you look at multiple data points. Now, if I keep coming back to this website and I always only click on the things that are on sale, they're probably going to get a sense from that click behavior, as reflected in their web analytics, that I am a bargain conscious shopper or somebody with a limited budget. On the other hand, if I look at things that are on sale but ultimately buy, let's say, one of these full price frames, that might show that I do have the ability to buy something more expensive, but I can't resist a coupon. I can't resist a sale. Those are two different things. They don't know that yet, so they're going to have to gather more and more data about my behavior, about what I click on their website. This is something that's important to remember when you create a customer journey map, is that you do not yet know what the motivations are. You just know the behavior. So this is the customer journey to date. I'm going to go to Miro now, and I'm going to document that customer journey that I engaged in. So what I'm going to go to here is I'm going to create a board, and I'm going to load it up. And you can see here I can draw it freehand, but I also get a pop-up giving me the option for a bunch of different visualizations. Now, what I want is a journey map. So I'm going to just type in map, and you can see here you've got a bunch of different options for customer journey map, and a customer touch point map. A customer touch point map is simply a different style of customer journey map. There's a few little differences in it, but you're perfectly free to use the touch point map versus the journey map. The journey map just gives you a little bit more detail. I'm going to pick this one because I like the template. It's easy to use, it's easy to fill out, and it gives you prompts for the different aspects of your customer journey. So I'm going to click Use Blank Template, and you have here the customer journey map. You can zoom in, because if you need reading glasses, you probably will want to zoom in, and you can zoom out. So what do we have here on this customer journey map? Well, you can start here even before the journey starts by understanding your customer. What are their key goals and needs? Well, what are my key goals and needs? Let's say my key goals and needs are stylish reading glasses. So that's a key goal and a key need. I'm going to say stylish reading glasses. And again, we haven't even started the customer journey. I'm just putting it up there. Glasses. And I drag this text over to here. You can also put the text boxes directly on the sticky notes. And so if you're wondering how to get these text boxes, you click on this little T here. You go over there, and it's going to give you the option of adding some text. So what are some of my goals and needs? Maybe I want to save money. Maybe I am, in fact, motivated to save money rather than just being attracted to bargains. So we're going to put that there as well. If you think the font size is a bit small, you can increase it. You can see you can make it huge, you can make it small, and you can also move the text such that it fits more neatly onto the sticky note. If you need to move it to be on multiple lines, you just hit enter to move things to multiple lines. And there you go. So those are the things that were my key goals and needs when I ended up on this website. What do I struggle with the most? Probably too many options, right? We saw that there were way too many choices, even on just this one website, let alone on all of the other websites out there. So like many shoppers today, I find that there's just so many great choices out there that it's hard to make a decision. What are the tasks that I have? And by the way, you could add more things that your customer struggles with, fewer things that they struggle with. I'm going to leave it with just the one because this is a simple purchase. It's such an affordable pair of glasses that I might even just make an impulse buy of a pair of reading glasses. So it doesn't need to be so complicated. If this were something more complicated, like the pains and gains of somebody making a large multi-million-dollar B2B purchase, I would probably put in a lot more detail. But you don't have to do that for a simple B2C purchase of a low ticket item that can be an impulse purchase. So what are the tasks that I have? Probably select a style. You want to confirm that they can provide reading glasses that are comfortable. So verify quality. You don't obviously want to mess around with your reading glasses. You want them to be high quality. So I want to make sure that there are those trust factors on the website, like a Better Business Bureau certification, something that proves that this is a website I can trust, not just in the quality of the glasses, but that my credit card information is safe with it. So those are some of my tasks, is to select what pair of glasses I want, but also to verify that it's quality. Now you head over to the actual customer journey. This was just the profile of what is motivating the customer. Now you have the steps in the journey. You have discovery, which is why and when do they even start the journey? What actions do they take? Well, I saw a Facebook ad and I clicked on the Facebook ad. So I could say, saw a Facebook ad, and I clicked on it. Now, what are the needs and the pains that are motivating me at that point? Well, I lost my reading glasses today, and so I was vulnerable to seeing that ad. And vulnerable is not a negative phrase in this case. In marketing, it simply means that a person was open to the message. Oftentimes, you would prefer to use the term open, but if someone has really a pain that's motivating them, something broke, they need something, they're really open to getting your message. So lost your reading glasses, those are your pains, your difficulty that you're trying to purchase a product to overcome. And then the gains that I'm looking for, the needs, well, I need some reading glasses and a nice pair at that because I wear them at work. So you can see here there's some repetition going on, right? Because over here, in terms of my goals, my needs, and what I struggle with the most, you've already outlined what the customer actually is motivated by. And then at the same time, for each step of the customer journey, you're also talking about the customer's motivations. If you want to think about what's the difference here, the difference for this section is that these are their overarching motivations. These are the big motivations that they are motivated by constantly throughout the customer journey, whereas these are sort of in the moment motivations. What are they motivated by when they click on the Facebook ad? What are they motivated by when they open the package? And they're going to obviously overlap with their overarching motivations, but there could be also small impulse ones. So what was the touch point? The touch point is simply what part of your service or what part of your marketing that your customer interacted with. In this case, social media advertising. I could just say social media, but to distinguish it a little bit more further and make it more specific, the touch point was social media advertising. And then you can use these emojis to indicate what the customer's feeling. Now, feeling is important both in B2B and B2C. You want to understand your customer's emotional state because that's going to dictate, for instance, your ad creative, your offers, the tone, and the visuals with which you present your brand. For instance, if a customer is feeling stressed out, as we see in this emoji, because they've broken their reading glasses, you want to have ads that are reassuring. Remember, another motivation of the consumer is that they want to verify that they're on a quality and trustworthy site. Worrying about whether you are safe ordering from this unknown website is a further reason why you might be feeling concerned, and you want to reassure the customer. You can see here, I can stretch these out. I can add more content. Let's say there were multiple touch points at this stage. You wouldn't necessarily want there to be multiple touch points, but if there were, you'd be able to add more sticky notes and create more room for yourself. You can also change these emojis to whatever you want them to be. You can just paste in whatever emoji you want. Now here you can think about what's called the backstage of the customer journey. That's what's happening on your side as an organization. Your opportunities here, for instance, are you could target people using mobile advertising at the moment that they're walking past a store where reading glasses can be bought, like a Walgreens or a CVS, and instead get them to make an e-commerce purchase with you. That could be an opportunity when people are open to making a purchase. And then the process ownership is simply who within your organization owns the activity, the touch point in this case. You're going to say it's your social media agency. And here with the touch point, what are the opportunities? I'm going to say mobile advertising. You could have any number of opportunities. You can have multiple opportunities, but here you can simply jot down any ideas of how you could be reaching the customer better. That was the discovery phase. That was when you first engage with the customer and they find out or become aware of your product. Now here we've got a customer journey map that was pre-populated that would be for a mobile app, or in this case, it could be an e-commerce site. Registration. I registered with the company. I gave them my email address before I even made a purchase. So I trusted them with my contact information. What did I do? I entered my email address. And so that was the registration phase. You may not have a registration phase. You may not be collecting email addresses. You may not have to onboard your customers. When you order glasses, you have to be onboarded, right? You have to upload your prescription. Next time you order from this company, they've already got your prescription. So that onboarding will only happen once in the customer journey when they first register with you with their email, but then also they sign up and make their first purchase. That's going to be the onboarding because it's a bit more involved if it's a prescription reading glass. On the other hand, you may not have onboarding. If you're selling bubble gum, there's no need to onboard people. So you can change the names of these steps to whatever makes sense for you. Let's say you're a bakery. You are not going to have onboarding and first use. You could maybe have sampling, however. So you might call this step sampling and first use. You may be a B2B software company, and onboarding is such an important step that you have it broken down into multiple sub-steps like onboarding, training, and team training or team engagement, and then first use. So think about what the steps are that make sense for you. You can name them whatever you want. At the same time, The consistency comes in the customer journey map here along the left-hand side. You're always going to map the actions people take, the needs and the pains that are motivating those actions, the actual touch point that people have. So for instance, in the registration phase, the touch point was a pop-up where I entered my email address. And you want to enter the customer's feelings. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it does help to create empathy for your customers. And empathy is really, really critical for marketing. So what you're going to do when you fill out a customer journey map is you're going to move through the steps. And you can see here, this is a simple 4-step process. I found out about the glasses. I registered my email with them. I then might upload my prescription. That will again be onboarding, first use. The product arrives, I use it, I find my new sunglass reading glasses very useful, and then maybe I will share. They'll have a coupon where if I share it with my friends, we'll both get a $20 discount. And so throughout each of these steps, I'm going to take specific actions, like for instance, upload prescription, and then I'm going to have touch points. Those touch points are going to be, where does this happen within your digital marketing infrastructure? Is it on your website? Is it through your e-commerce portal? Is it through your blog? What part of your website is it? Is there a pop-up? Those are the touch points. And in each case, you also want to be thinking about, well, what are my opportunities? How further can I engage my customers? And then you can actually eliminate this process ownership piece if all of it's being done by you. You're a small marketing team. To get rid of something in Miro, and again, if you're using a different tool, it's probably just as intuitive, but the buttons may look a little bit different. But in Miro, to get rid of an entire row, you're just going to hover over these 3 dots, and then you're going to get all of these editing options, and I'm just going to delete the row because let's say this is all owned by the marketing team. And you have this other option at the end of what is the outcome. The outcome is how the life and environment of the customer changes once they use the product or service. So with reading glasses, it's pretty straightforward. I can see to read and to do my work. It could be something much more significant if your product is truly life-changing, like it's a life-saving drug or a really breakthrough kind of technology. What are they able to do now? What can they finally avoid doing? So let's say I order a lot of reading glasses from this organization. I can finally avoid looking for my reading glasses everywhere. And what am I able to do now? Read on the beach, because I now have a pair of reading glasses that darkens in bright sunlight. And what changed in my environment? You can, by the way, edit all of these sentences. Nothing's really changed in my environment. I have reading glasses. So I could just say, what changed in the customer's lifestyle? Or what changed in the customer's perception? Or what changed in the customer's budget? Whatever you want to do here, you can just hover over it. You can change these questions, but they're a good jumping off point for your own customer journey map. So to quickly sum up with a customer journey map, you first want to start thinking about the customer's overall motivations. What do they need that causes them to engage with your industry, in this case, the reading glass industry? Or why are they buying ice cream? Or why are they buying children's sporting equipment? What are their motivations that make them go out shopping at all? What are they struggling with the most that the product that you have to sell to them can solve? You're not talking here in terms of what their needs are and what they're struggling with the most about irrelevant things. It is completely irrelevant to the reading glass company that I struggle with, for instance, my corgi mix shedding. They have nothing to offer to deal with that. So when you populate this panel, don't think about your customer's entire life. Think about what they struggle with that your product or service is the solution to, what their goals and needs are that your product is the solution to. Always bring it back to what your touch points are going to be and what your value is to the consumer. Don't fill this up with other irrelevant information. Try to keep it simple and concise. It's the same for the tasks that they have. What are the tasks that they have that relate to the product that you have to sell? Always keep it consistent with the product. Then you're going to name the steps in your customer journey. They can be 4, they can be 5, they can be 10. I'm just going to show you really quickly. If your customer journey is much longer than 4 or 5, you can just hit the plus button and you can see here I am adding step after step after step in this customer journey. I have added a whole ton of additional steps, and for each one you can simply add some text and you can name the steps in the customer journey. Let's say, for instance, you have a lot of returns and you want to add those to the customer journey. You could add something like that. Let's say you have, you're a reading glass company and you have a lot of people taking pictures of themselves on social media such that it is not even part of just your sharing. You can just add social media post. If this outcome thing is in your way, you can easily move the entire panel. It is a little tricky in the sense that you have to keep moving the text as well. So you may want to give yourself a little time if you are adding multiple steps in your customer journey. If, on the other hand, you have a simple 4-step customer journey, you've got all of these right here. But again, what you're going to want to do is populate all of the different touch points. Those are the things that people do in relation to your company. What pop-up are they clicking on? What kind of ads are they clicking on? What are they actually doing that you control? What are their motivations in the moment? And what are the literal actions that they take? Did they click on a Facebook ad? Did they place an order? Did they upload their prescription? Did they fill out a return? What did they do? And then what did they feel? Remember, marketing is about having empathy for your customers. So note what they felt. And then again, as you move through all of this, think about the opportunities for your company to engage your customers more. Once you're done with your customer journey map, you can download it. You can have a video chat with people about it. You can send it to people using this little send button. You can allow people to collaborate with it and post little reactions to it. You can turn it into a presentation if you want. You have a bunch of different options. You can even just download it as a PDF or as an image file like a PNG. The important thing to remember with customer journey maps is to always empathize with your customer and always think about what you as a company are able to give them as a solution to their needs, and how are you able to engage in specific touch points with the customer that will move them along the customer journey to becoming a satisfied client. This is Professor Christina signing off. I really hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to do customer journey maps. Remember that these are your maps. You can customize them as much as you need, put in the steps that you need, add and subtract columns and rows as necessary. Really try to get into the motivations of your customers and use data to create a narrative of how customers are engaging with your brand. It's going to increase your empathy for your customers. It's going to give you more insights into how all of that data comes together to profile your customers. It's going to help you understand your marketing funnel. And more importantly, it's going to make you a more effective marketer. So happy customer journey mapping, and see you in the next video. Take care.